Hey y'all, my name is Davi Kov, and this is my first YouTube video. So, what's up? um, yeah, I just started this channel out of the blue. I like to play video games a lot and watch anime, so I thought, why not come on here and share my thoughts? So, here we go. If you guys liked the video, please like. If you hated it, leave a comment and tell me you hated it. As a huge anime fan, when I talk to other anime fans, the age-old question of what the best anime of all time always shows up in conversation. Unfortunately, my best anime is super subjective, and it's really just the anime that touched my heart the most. If I could recommend any anime to my friend, it would be this one. The anime I'm talking about is Plastic Memories. It's easily my number one favorite anime of all time. I'm a 6'1", 210 grown ass man, and it takes something special to make me cry like a bitch. I've watched this anime twice in 6 months, and nothing has made me curl up in a ball and cry quite like this one. This is the first anime that really, truly changed the way I looked at life and how I valued my time, especially with friends and family. I've never been able to look at anything else the same. Plastic Memories on the surface looks like your generic 12 to 13 episode rom-com with no season 2. You guys know exactly the ones I'm talking about. But it hits so much deeper than you can possibly imagine. So in this video, I'm going to break down exactly why I love this series so much. I really want to focus on these three main things I found so amazing. The characters are incredible. The world building and character development are amazing. And the overarching theme that ties all of this together, I think it makes this anime a perfect 10 out of 10. There hasn't been another anime I've watched that has been better than this one. To start with the characters, one of the biggest reasons Plastic Memories stands out to me is how strong and unique the main cast is. You don't have your generic tsundere and your yanderes. You don't have these specific types. You have characters with actual deeper meaning. Like, I can't even explain how good it is. They feel so authentic. Tsukasa and Isla are the main characters. Tsukasa starts off as kind of an awkward and unsure of himself. He's thrown into a job that he's not fully prepared for, and you can feel that uncertainty in how he interacts with others. But over time, he grows, not in a dramatic, over-the-top way, but in a subtle, believable way. He becomes more confident, emotionally aware, and he's more grounded as he grows in the anime. He has to tank some serious emotional stress throughout the whole thing. He is genuinely one of the best main character male leads I've ever watched. And Isla, the girl lead, is no different. She's one of the more memorable characters I've ever seen. She's starts out super distant, very reserved. She's socially awkward, but not in a way that feels forced. You can tell that something's happened in her life, or multiple things that have drove her to feeling so, reserved and emotionally unavailable, I guess would be a good word to use. But there's a vulnerability to her that slowly reveals itself as the story progresses. And you can really see how much they develop through the whole story. It is so incredible. What makes their relationship, because it is a rom-com at the end of the day, what makes a relationship so powerful is how natural it feels. There's no exaggerated drama or unrealistic romance tropes. It's just like two people slowly connecting and learning more about each other and trying to make the most of how much time they have. That's really what makes it hurt so much. It makes it so, like, what's the term I would use? It's beautiful, but in a very tragic way. Bittersweet. That's the word I was looking for on the top of my head. So, and then diving into the world building and character development. On the surface, Plastic Memories has a pretty simple premise. Androids called Giftas. I don't speak Japanese, so I don't actually know how to pronounce it. It's like Giftias. They live among humans, but they have a limited lifespan. They have like synthetic souls, and they have a 9.5 year lifespan. So after a certain amount of time, they have to be retrieved before they lose their memories and become dangerous. And they make this very abundant at the very beginning of the story. And they do such a good job of how real it feels. The show doesn't overwhelm you with exposition or complicated rules. Instead, it slowly reveals how the system affects people on a personal level. You see families struggling to say goodbye. You see bonds that feel just as real as human relationships. And you see the emotional consequences of a society built around temporary existence. And this ties directly into the character development. Every episode that you watch, it adds another layer and it puts more emphasis on not only Tsukasa and Isla, but the people around them, of what they have to deal with. Even the side characters get the moments that feel meaningful. Their stories reinforce the central idea of the show, that time is limited, and that makes every connection more valuable. The pacing is a huge part. The pacing plays such a big part in this show, because the show takes its time. It lets its moments breathe. It doesn't rush emotional beats. And because of that, when something impactful happens, it really hits. I cried 5 times. I rewatched the show last night, unfortunately. And fortunately and unfortunately, I cried like 5 times during the show. Not even at the end. Like throughout the whole show, I was crying like a bitch. And that's really what makes this show so special to me. At its core, this anime is about something incredibly simple, but also incredibly powerful. The inevitability of loss. Everyone in the world knows that Giftas have an expiration date. There's no way around it. No miracle solution, no last minute save. And instead of trying to fight that reality, the show leans into it. It asks a question that's honestly pretty uncomfortable. If you knew exactly when someone you loved would be gone, would you still choose to be with them? And the answer this show gives is yes. Not because it's easy, not because it won't hurt, but because the time you spend together still matters. That idea is what stayed with me the most. It hits like an absolute truck. This show isn't just about sadness, and it's not just trying to be a tearjerker. It's really about appreciation and making about the most about the time you have, and how important it is to make memories with the people you love, even though you know it won't last. And the final arc, without spoiling anything, is one of the most emotionally impactful endings I've ever experienced in any story. No scene in any anime has ever hit me harder than I'm going to cry right now. And emotionally no scene has ever hit me harder emotionally than the final Ferris wheel scene. If you know, you know. It doesn't try to shock you, doesn't rely on twists. The beauty of this anime is you know exactly what's going to happen, and there's no way to get around it. it just follows through on everything it's been building towards, and it does it perfectly. So why is Plastic Memories my favorite anime of all time? It does everything it says it's going to do, and it does it honestly. There's no plot twist. There's no, crazy fight scene at the end. I mean, it just is. Plastic Memory does exactly what it says it's going to do. The characters feel real, and they're so lovable. I can't get enough of it. The world feels believable, and the message actually sticks with you. It stuck with me for 6 months. I mean, I can't stop watching this show. Every time I need a good cry and a good kickback on my feet or gym motivation, Plastic Memories is where I go back to. It's not a story you ever forget. It's just unforgettable is what it is. So if you guys agree with me, if you've seen Plastic Memories, leave a comment down below and tell me what you thought of it, if you thought it meant as much to you as it does to me, if it hit you just as hard. I want to hear your guys' thoughts, and I hope you guys like the gameplay. I'm going to be playing this Minecraft world for all through my videos, kind of doing like a progress showing in the background while I talk. And it's I don't know if you could tell, but I've been nervous the whole time. My voice is shaking, so I mean, bear with me. But thank you guys for watching. It means a lot if you stuck to the end here with my scratchy voice and stutters and all of that. So until the next one, see you guys later.